counts the cost of all its rays, none is ever lost. Its glow falls in shadows and light, with no regard for what's wrong and right, illuminating the nights of our despair, inviting us into its circle of care. May kindness, like the sun, radiate for all to see, and be kinder than necessary to everyone, be a sanctuary. Everyone is battling their darkness. Let the light of compassion disarm us. Here we can rest in its open seclusion, where all of creation breaks from illusion. Here a kind word can lighten our load. A warm touch feels like love bestowed. Here we drop our heavy shield, and our true purpose is revealed. To be kinder than necessary to everyone, be a sanctuary. Everyone is battling their darkness. Let the light of compassion disarm us. No act of kindness is ever wasted. It's the only way true love is ever tasted. Here at the tip of our tongue is love's song ready to be sung. If your kindness is ever refused, don't let your ego be bruised. Open up your heart and let it flow. Let kindness set the world aglow, and be kinder than necessary to everyone, be a sanctuary. If your kindness is ever refused, don't let your ego be bruised. Open up your heart and let it flow. Let kindness set the world aglow, and be kinder than necessary to everyone, be a sanctuary. The sun shines and never counts the cost of all its rays, none is ever lost. Its glow falls in shadows and light, with no regard for what's wrong and right, illuminating the nights of our despair, inviting us into its circle of care. May kindness, like the sun, radiate for all to see, and be kinder than necessary. To everyone, be a sanctuary. Everyone is battling their darkness. Let the light of compassion disarm us. Here we can rest in its open seclusion, where all of creation breaks from illusion. Here a kind word can lighten our load. A warm touch feels like love bestowed. Here we drop our heavy shield, and our true purpose is revealed. To be kinder than necessary. To everyone, be a sanctuary. Everyone is battling their darkness. Let the light of compassion disarm us. No act of kindness is ever wasted. It's the only way true love is ever tasted. Here at the tip of our tongue is love's song ready to be sung. If your kindness is ever refused, don't let your ego be bruised. Open up your heart and let it flow. Let kindness set the world aglow, and be kinder than necessary. To everyone, be a sanctuary. If your kindness is ever refused, don't let your ego be bruised. Open up your heart and let it flow. Let kindness set the world aglow, and be kinder than necessary. To everyone, be a sanctuary. The sun shines and never counts the cost of all its rays. None is ever lost. Its glow falls in shadows and light, with no regard for what's wrong and right. Illuminate.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. It's nice to see everyone on this nice, cool day. We need to get used to it for a while, but not too used to it. On behalf of the Worship Committee, welcome to the Unitarian Universalist Congregation of Columbia. I am Connie Quirk. Our minister is Reverend Stephen Robinson. We'd like to remind you to stay connected with our community by keeping an eye on the following communications. Our recurring events are in the calendar with your order of service, but special events are also coming up, and we provide an emailed newsletter every Thursday to keep you informed about these upcoming events. Make sure we have your email address Listen to any special announcements at the end of today's service, as we often share important news you won't want to miss. We'd like to remind everyone to submit requests for announcements in writing all the way up to starting this service. We warmly welcome families with children and offer childcare during service for children up to 4 years old. We have a designated seating area for children ages 4 to 7 and their parents or caregivers. Feel free to bring the toys available in the back of the social hall for quiet play. Today, after Story for All Ages, children will go to their CYRE classes. Please silence all devices as we center ourselves on today's service and listen to the prelude.
It's my pleasure to invite Kathy Paget forward to play violin for French composer Eric Satie's Gymnopédie No. 1.
Thank you, Anna and Kathy. Please rise in body or spirit and join me in the congregational covenant. It's in your order of service. Love is a doctrine of this congregation. The quest for truth is its sacrament, and service is its prayer. Dwell together in peace, seek knowledge in freedom, and serve others in community. Thus do we covenant with one another. Please be seated. Unitarian Universalism is a diverse and non-creedal religion. Our community is founded on deeds, not creeds. We are a covenantal religion, meaning we don't have to believe the same to treat each other the same, with respect, equity, compassion, and dignity. We place love at the center of our values, embracing and welcoming all people. We're delighted to welcome all of our guests and visitors today. Artemis will be taking the microphone around. Please wait for the microphone before speaking. Share your name, where you're from, when Artemis reaches you, and anything you want us to know about you. If you have guests, feel free to introduce them as well. Artemis, you're on. So any guests, please stand.
Good morning, everyone. Come on, stand up. We have two visitors from the great city of New York City, so they're down visiting for a week. Emerald, our oldest, and Noel, our youngest.
Ah, there you are.
Hello, we are new residents of Columbia. We are moved here from Kansas, originally from Alabama, so back in the South. And we are here for his PhD at the university. But my name is Katie, this is Christian. I'm happy to be here.
Welcome. Thank you, Artemis. Oh, one more.
Good morning. My name is Matthew Gates. I live here in Shandon, and I'm here to support my dear friend Kathy and listen to her play her amazing music this morning. It's good to be with y'all this morning.
Well, thank you. We all enjoy your music.
Yes, we do. I'm Joan Watterson. This is my grandson, Percy Watterson, who's down from Weaverville, North Carolina, visiting.
Welcome.
My name's Amy Flannery Smith. We live here in Shandon, and we have spent the last 6 years looking for a church. So I'm here for a visit.
Welcome. Thank you, Artemis. Visitors, if you'd like to learn more about UUCC, visitor cards are in the pocket on the back of each chair. Please fill one out and place it in the collection plate so we can email you about our events. Our board members and committee chairs welcome your questions and comments. Board members wear green name tags. Thank you for being here. Today's chalice lighter is Linda Fennell. Linda began coming here in 1987. She joined the church in 2010. She's a loving person and faithful to the UUCC. Thank you, Linda. Now, Linda, you need to light it. Just one more thing. Don't. Yeah, and put it over here. There we go. It's got a tiny, tiny little flame. Let's see if it takes. Here it goes. It's growing. It's growing. Thank you, Linda. Spirit of life and light, come unto us. And now for our opening hymn.
I invite you to join in singing hymn number 318, We Would Be One. Please rise in body or spirit to join in singing.
You may be seated. Our opening words today come from Sarah Gibb Millspaul, a Unitarian Universalist minister. She writes, "Religion is as much about faith in humanity as it is about faith in a deity. And many of us will find that over and over, our faith in humanity gets tested. We are immersed in a culture that's deeply corrupted by selfishness, greed, and oppression. It's all too easy for us to justify the dehumanization, the ostracizing, the suffering, and the death of others. It's all too easy for us to devalue some humans' lives and feel somehow like we're still good, upstanding, moral people. But religion at its best asks us to do better than this, to rise above the selfishness and the status seeking, the othering and the xenophobia that come so easily to us. Religion at its best calls us to honor that which is sacred in each person, even though we might hate, even find those things disgusting in our culture. It impels us to accept on faith that there is a sacred spark, a worthy spark in every person. It can sound mundane, it can sound radical, maybe even revolutionary, that each person is sacred, each person is worthy. And I will invite the rest of our kids to join us down front for our story for all ages. Good morning. How's everyone doing today? Pretty good? Well, that's better than not good at all, right? Good to see you. I want to share a book, and then I want to talk a little bit about our chalice behind us and a few other things. But first, I want to share this book that says, "Love is what makes a family." It says, "Love is waking up bright and early." Any of you start school this week and had to start waking up bright and early? Yeah. Yeah? Some people start that tomorrow, right? Yeah.
I started school 1 day ago.
All right, bright and early. Love is baking a special cake. All right, that's cool. You know about cake? Love is knowing where everything is. Does everybody know where everything is at your house? Or do you have to go, Mom or Dad, where is this? That's what we hear a lot from our teenagers. Love is, this is fun, especially over the past week or so, finding the biggest puddles. Right? That's a lot of fun. Love is lending a helping hand. That's always a nice thing to do. Lending a helping hand. Love is watching from the front row. That's what you're doing right now. Watching from the front row and getting to watch things that you are doing. Love is playing on the weekend. All right. And love is, this is important, making things better again. So when someone is sad or something doesn't go well, making things better. Love is washing away the day. Any of you guys take a bath this week? That's good. I think they are being pirates, yep. Love is reading one more book. That's very important here at our church. You know what we say about our church here, Unitarian Universalists are not people of the book, we're people of the library. Love is chasing away monsters. You have monsters? In middle school, are there monsters? No. There are some, aren't they? All right, and then love is a kiss before good night. So, you saw Miss Linda lighting, did y'all see Miss Linda lighting the chalice this morning? Getting it lit, started at a little bitty flame. So, I know she lit it with a candle over there, but what keeps it burning? Does anybody know? The wick? So what's in the wick that keeps it burning? Anybody know? Wood? Well, that's happened here before, actually. That was a scary time. You see that little globe-looking thing? It's holding something. Does anybody know what it is?
A candle.
Like wax or like oil is actually what's burning that. So we have other lights in here. So what keeps those lights going? Electricity. I thought you were going to say Mr. Bill. Electricity. So the power for the chalice is the oil. The power for the lights is electricity. So what is the power of this church, do you think? Wow, right off the bat. Love. I maybe gave you a clue, right? That's absolutely right. I love this book because it says love makes a family, but it reminds me that love is also what makes our congregation here. Love, we say it every Sunday morning when we gather, love is the doctrine of this congregation, which means it's the thing that we believe deepest in our core, and it's what brings us together as a group of people. It's what makes this UUCC a family. Love is the power of this church. Now, we could sing The Power of Love, but you probably don't know who Huey Lewis is, do you? Anybody? Huey Lewis in the news, not ringing a bell? Anna does, all right. But definitely, that is the heart and soul of who we are here. So, what is the power of the UUCC? Love. So let's say it a little louder. What is the power of the UUCC? That's right. Let's see if the adults can join you out there. What is the power of our UUCC? That's absolutely right. Thank you for coming down. And I know today starts our classes, so we look forward to a great RE program this morning.
I invite you to join me in singing the children out. The words are in your order of service.
This time we move to a point in our service where we light candles for this community, an opportunity for us to share those joys with each other and celebrate together. Also a chance for us to share those concerns that are deep on our heart and find that support in this community. So if you have a candle this morning, we invite you to come and briefly share that joy or concern and place your candle here.
Hello, my name is Ryan Kern, and I picked this up this morning because in some quiet time this morning, it occurred to me that I'm very grateful for this community, the way it encourages confidence, self-esteem, respect, and love. And I do feel the love this morning, and I hope you feel it too.
Hi, my name's Renee. I'm going to try to do this without crying because I've already cried twice thinking about this morning. It's kind of appropriate that I go right after Ryan because I've met, my best friend in Columbia after moving here 1 year ago in 2 days. So that means that that's the anniversary of meeting you guys and becoming a regular face in this building and learning what unconditional and overwhelming support and love and caring and joy and excitement and passion really feels like in a new space. So thank you for welcoming me a year ago from Texas, and I look forward to enjoying your presence and your kindness and all of you and who you are for a long, long time to come. Thank you.
And hello, I'm Yolanda Ganong, and this candle is of gratitude and joy that Jolt and Katinka are back home safely after an absolutely wonderful, I would call it a pre-honeymoon or a pre-marriage honeymoon type thing that they drove from here all the way to California and got their airplane back home 2 days ago. And everything went well and safely, and they got to see some of the most beautiful landmarks in the United States, and they did follow many of my tips. And so I was very, very thrilled because the times are not easy for two foreigners to be traveling across the country without, I've done it, and I remember that twice I've driven completely across to the West Coast. And one of the things that hit me most was the freedom that I felt in this country, that you could go across state line by state line, you could move around inside any state, and nobody was going to stop you unless you broke you did a traffic violation. But that freedom, and I came from Cuba to the United States. My parents sent me. I was a minor, in order to be free and not be having to watch over my shoulder or watch what I said, because I would get punished for it in a repressive society. So, happy for Jolt. I'm very grateful for his visit, which many of us enjoyed, and grateful for the country that we still have, and I pray that it continues to be this way.
Hi, I'm Brittany Boone. This is a candle of thankfulness and joy and advocacy as well. I'm very grateful because one of my friends and I, we have been working to raise money for 3 families in Gaza, all of whom have just different circumstances. All of them need food. One of them, her house was recently bombed, so she is actually renting a place in Gaza City. And then one of them is attending an online school and is also in need of food. But we have successfully been able to secure an apartment for the person that has been displaced. I'm going to leave a flyer out there if anyone does want to donate. We've got this month covered, but then next month we have some more expenses coming up. So if you'd like to help us out, please do feel free. But I'm very grateful that we were able to help in some sort of way. Thank you.
I'm Glenn Farr, and about a year and a half ago, I announced that I had just published my first novel, Favored Son. Well, in the most recent Writer's Digest ebook awards, while it didn't win any of the awards, it got a positive judge's report, which praised it for having characters with depth and a strong sense of community. In addition to that, the Chapin Theater Company's annual 10-minute play festival announced winners recently, and I was one of them, with a sci-fi spoof called I'm Dead, Jim, which is a love letter to anybody who ever liked Star Trek or Battlestar Galactica.
I am Kate Heald, and last weekend I had the great pleasure of going up to Asheville and visiting people that many of you know, Ann Cargill and Glenn White. And they both live with cancer now. I think Glenn's prospects are very good. And Ann has had one recurrence from her initial lung cancer. But they are both, as you might expect, out there enjoying life and staying involved and moving forward as better than most of us. Okay, and so this is for them. I miss them so much.
So my name's Kathy Paget. I don't have a candle, but I have my violin, and it gives me so much light and joy that, oh, I knew you'd do that. Thank you. I have 3 joys, and one is,
I don't have 3 candles, though.
the total joy it gives me to play my violin for you. I've played in various churches through my years on this earth, and it's a very spiritual experience for me. This morning, when I was practicing, I realized that my grandfather actually played this violin. His fingers touched it, and that gave me some really beautiful ancestral energy that I was looking forward to sharing with you today. Secondly, a joy to be wearing this raspberry beret, which I have not worn since I bought it in the 1980s. I mean, I haven't worn it in public. I've danced around my house in it, but not like this. So I was actually inspired by our friend Breedlove, who wears hats, and she and I reconnected recently after many, many years. So it gives me a sense of energy and uniqueness, and my son Chris and I were talking about that this morning. As a musician, you sort of have to dress up a little bit. So I thank Prince for his song, Raspberry Beret. She wore a raspberry beret, which I loved listening to in the 80s. And thirdly, the joy is about our Thursday story circle and what fun, friendship, and fellowship we are feeling. We have fun, we laugh, we feel better after we have been together. And there are spaces available if you are interested Thursdays at 2 o'clock in the octagonal building, which is perfect for a circle. So thank you very much.
Couple of comments about our candles. One, Jolt watches our services after they stream on YouTube the next day with the time difference. So Yoli, you're going to surprise him tomorrow by letting him know he's getting married. So I know Katinka knew that, but now he knows too. So sorry, Jolt, about that. Always a good way to find out, right? When mom tells you that's happening. And I also just want to echo Glenn, wonderful book. I really enjoyed reading Glenn's book, Favored Son, as well. And thank you, Kathy, so much for the music. Last candle that we light today is for those silent joys and concerns that we're holding. I invite you to just take a minute and think about all that's been shared and reflect on what you've heard. As we prepare for our offering this morning, I invite Anna to share the offertory introduction of the offertory.
This morning's offertory music will be by another French composer, Cécile Chaminade. This is her meditation.
Ushers come and receive the morning offering. We receive our offering this morning, symbol of our commitment to our good work. I recently learned about a new, maybe not new, but new to me, potential health benefit that can help you with eyesight, can help you with your internal peace and your energy level and overall health. You know, one of those latest craze, we're willing to try anything, right? It's called sun gazing. Anyone ever heard of sun gazing? Yeah. Also known as sun eating, which is a disciplined practice basically of gradually allowing sunlight into your eyes during specific times of the day, typically the first 2 or 3 minutes of sunrise or the last 2 or 3 minutes of the sunset, to stare directly at the sun when the UV levels are the lowest, really designed to maximize benefits and minimizing the risk of looking at the sun. Sun gazing gained widespread attention by a person by the name of Hira Ratan Manek, which was known for surviving without food for a long time, believing that he was able to sustain himself on solar energy alone by staring at the sun. How about that? I should probably say I'm not recommending any of these practices today. But with consistent practice over about 9 months it takes you to get to move from being an enthusiast to an expert. You can reduce eye problems, you can have increased energy, overall health as you, over that month period, increase the time that you are looking at the sun directly. Now, I always like to feel like I was ahead of the game as a kid, and I know that I was now, because in my rural town in Georgia, we didn't have a lot to do. But one of our favorite activities was called the sun stare game. Yeah. And then we're not talking about sunrise or sunset. We're talking about middle of the day, almost like a dare. Who can stare at the sun the longest without looking away? That was a literal game that we played. I'm glad to say that I could get to 7. That's a lot if you think about it. Also, probably should share at this point that I've been wearing contacts and glasses since I was 16, so Some of you asked about the glasses that I was wearing last week. I don't know if there's any correlation between the two. But the sun stare game, or sun gazing, which is hopefully a little more less of a risk than the sun stare game that we played. I don't know if there's any benefit to this or not, or if any of you have tried it, and I'm certainly not endorsing it. I haven't tried it myself. But it is interesting to me, the things that we believe can improve our overall health and what we're willing to try if we see something or hear something that says this will benefit this, then we will give it a whirl. And in our current generation, especially the next generation, you don't really need a lot of proof. If somebody says it on TikTok or Instagram or Facebook and says this will improve your health, then hey, why not try it? It makes me think that our publicity committee should say, you know what, the Unitarian Universalist Church can really improve your overall health if you just give it a try and attend at least 3 Sundays a month. It will really, and become a pledger. It will really, your overall health, the increase in your energy, your love for humanity, all of those things. And I started thinking about that, and it's actually kind of true, isn't it? Honestly. Which made me believe that maybe there is an alternative to sun gazing. I don't know if sun gazing works or not. As a matter of fact, just the picture on the order of service today kind of makes my eyes blurry thinking about it. But if you want to give that a try, let me know how that works for you, and send the board your eye doctor bill afterwards. But I did think about the alternative of our chalice and the ability to gaze at our chalice. We sit here every Sunday, and I thought it was just so interesting how the universe works sometimes that we're having trouble getting it lit today. And it starts from that little flame. But man, how important and how powerful it is when this thing in front of us, which if you are new to Unitarian Universalism, the chalice is the symbol, one of the symbols of our faith, and the symbol that we gather ourselves around. It means so much about who we are, the light, the love. And for us to light this every Sunday is what calls us together as a community. And it reminds all of us that we've been on those 6-year journeys where we were looking for a church, and this is where it ended. And because we found home in this place and in this community, and maybe that can be an experience for others as well. But this symbol calls us to our identity, our mission, our purpose, calls us to focus our eyes and gaze our eyes on this congregation. Reminds me too that we are not perfect. How awesome to see that even with our wonderful chalice, sometimes it's a struggle to get it lit. And we weren't wrong during the Story for All Ages. We have started fires up here before, so wood sometimes is, and curtains sometimes were the fuel for the flames in this place. And coat sleeves, right? I do remember that, not me, but someone did that. And every once in a while, I think when the choir is singing, hair is going to be the next fuel as we're up here. But in this imperfect thing of lighting candles and lighting a chalice, reminds me that we here at the UUCC are not a perfect congregation. This place has the ability to bless your life, to give you such great joy and comfort. And we had a couple of candles lit today that says, this has been a place of refuge for me, a place of love, a place of comfort. But also this place has the ability on any given day to disappoint you and let you down and extremely cause you pain, discomfort, discouragement. We are a group of people that are human beings gathered together trying to make a community, and we have limitations as a community. We are not perfect, but we are, in my opinion, probably one of the greatest things in our culture that has the ability to transform our culture and our world around us. When we are human beings, it reminds us that religion is as much about faith in humanity as it is about faith in a deity, as we heard in our opening words. And many of us will find that over and over our faith in humanity gets tested, right? Every week in this place, we both are affirming our faith and belief in humanity, and it gets tested when we either deal with things internally in our own lives or in our culture and our world around us. It takes real and deep commitment to our shared belief in every person being a spark of the divine that makes all of us, no exceptions, all of us sacred. We each carry the light within us, which is then reflected in the flame of this chalice. We need each other to hold on to this core belief, because without it, the support and the strength of our whole beloved community, any one of us could drop into a downward spiral of distrust and eventually have that world destroy us from the inside out. So I am grateful this morning for the gazing toward this chalice, the strength and the power of our faith that keeps us moving forward, keeps us a greater understanding of how we are to live in this beautiful and broken world. Gazing at our chalice means that we take seriously this congregation that we have and the people that make up this community, believing that the health benefits to each of us personally and the health and well-being of our culture are greatly impacted by the strength and vitality of this place. So chalice gazing means that we recommit ourselves and invest all of who we are in this good work. It will remind us of the earth-shaking power of love. And that power is in all of us. That power is why you and I are here. The earth-shaking power of love. That power is what we are made of. And we just have to figure out, what do we do with this power, this wonderful power that's inside of us? One of the things we can do in our world today is recognize that there are a lot of people around us that don't like us. A lot of people don't like what we stand for. A lot of people don't like who we are. And according to some of my distant family in Carrollton, I am leading a cult here. Did you know you were a cult? Hey, I just say thank you. That might be the greatest compliment I've heard in quite some time. Cults typically follow one person, so that is not happening here at all. At all. My ability to find one person to agree with me is guaranteed that 3 will not. That is what it's like to lead this cult here, which is great. But there's a lot of people that don't like who we are, what we stand for. They don't like who we are as persons. And the power of loving those who hate you, that's actual real power. The power of making other people fear you with threats and accusations and coercions, that's not real power. It's false power. And it will not last, and it will not stand. It's the oldest lie of humanity, that intimidation can control love. That intimidation and coercion, which are the daily routines of the tyrants from the Oval Office to your office at work, is the path to real power. It is not. Power, true power, comes from love, and letting the fire of that love blaze a path to healing and justice. We are beginning this church year together. In a couple of Sundays, we will do our water communion, which is the symbol of us coming together as a community and beginning a church year. We had our installation of our board. They have a retreat coming up in a few weeks where they will chart a path for the UUCC. This is a time for us to get clear and gaze at our chalice and truly embrace and think about what are our goals? Who do we want this place? What do we want this place to be? Who do we want to be as a congregation? And how do we want to take the power that we know is inherent in the love here and let it impact the world around us? This is a chance for you to give a voice as an individual to who we are and what we do. We say this every Sunday. Connie said it just a few minutes ago. I bet you could almost repeat it, right? With me, if I just start it. The board members wear... You didn't know you remembered that, did you? And what do they welcome? Wow. Maybe you are a cult after all. It's absolutely true, though. George, do you welcome comments and questions as the leader of the board this year? This is the time for you to take seriously the people that are wearing the green name tags, the ones that are getting ready to plan and chart a path and set goals for this congregation, to let your voice be heard. To take an opportunity right now and think about what is it that you want this place to be, and how do you want us to take this power and invest it in the lives of people in our culture around us, and let them know. Don't let us figure it out in a vacuum. Figure it out together as a community, and then this board will take those goals and figure out as a congregation how we do everything that we can to spend every dime that we can in our budget and every amount of energy that we can to pour ourselves into doing our good work in this place. As we gaze at this chalice, who do you want to be, and who do you want this place to be? We are living in an age when we have to focus on this chalice, and we can't afford to lose our focus at this point. We believe that genuine social transformation is brought about when individuals and groups are willing to change and be changed, even while they are striving to change their world around them. We cannot afford to lose our focus. Not when we live in an economy whose injustice leads to oppression of people, cutting them off from having a home or food to eat or health care, or just the simple things promised in our Constitution of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. We must keep our gaze on our chalice and our focus sharp, because the natural world around us, our climate, is in peril, and the practices of our modern world are causing the demise of what we call our blue boat home. We must keep our gaze on our chalice and our focus sharp, because immigration justice and ICE raids and deportations are no longer stories of dystopian novels, but they are excerpts from the evening news. We must keep our gaze on our chalice and our focus sharp, because the rights and the ways of life of the LGBTQ community are under attack, dismantling years of progress and change with the pen strikes of executive orders. We must keep our gaze on our chalice and our focus sharp, because racism still remains as one of, if not the most destructive diseases of our culture. We must keep our gaze on our chalice and our focus sharp, because the well-woven rights of women and their bodies have become unraveled in a campaign of fear and control. We must keep our gaze on our chalice, our focus sharp, because our children and our youth are forced to navigate the unsafe waters of social media and gun violence that often rob them of their innocence and their ability to focus on growth and development as a person. You and I have so many aspects of our world that need the transformative power that comes from the love that we are carrying inside of us. So can we risk gazing at this flame this morning? Connect to it connect to the love that it blazes in us, and feel it connect to the fire in our bones, and commit ourselves to our good work.
Our closing hymn is number 362, Rise Up, O Flame. This can be sung as a round. What I'm going to invite you to do today, though, is simply to join me singing in unison. And then, like the flames in a fire that catch and burn, if you feel like coming in at number 2, you can branch off into the round, or you can stay with the main song.
Our closing words today come from the Reverend T.J. Fitzgerald, who's at the First UU Church of Dallas, Texas, who declared a few weeks ago that a revolution is coming. And he says it's a revolution that you probably won't see on TV, but it's coming. He writes, "I'm throwing myself on the gears of tyranny, but doing it with love. And I hope that you're picking up what I'm putting down. This revolution will not be televised. It will be emblazoned and emboldened in the fire across our days, and it will take a cool and calculating answer drawn up from the cool ancient wells of our being and our understanding that is unbroken, unbowed, and untenable by time and by tyranny to put out this flame."
Please join me in singing our congregational benediction.
Be seated for just a second. We have a quick announcement from Connie.
We actually have 3 announcements today. One is this poster will be in the foyer. SCUJA, South Carolina UU Justice Alliance, is having a Faithify campaign to buy banned books for all 10 UU churches. They will also have book readings and all of that. The idea of a Faithify campaign is you have to make a certain amount of money to get an equal amount of money. We have to make $5,000, not this church, all 10 churches together. Right now we have 3,000. The website is on here, so please take a look at it and read it, and if you have the ability, please help. The second one, August 21st, is the ladies' lunch. Whoops. There's going to be, I can't read this whole thing, but it's a celebration of the Shin Buddhist traditional festival of gratitude. So please come and join the ladies. Every once in a while, some men come too. And the third announcement, Bud and Chuck Ashley would like everyone to know that they have made friendship bracelets for the congregation. Please see them in the social hall after the service, and they will be glad to share those with all of us. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Connie. Appreciate you making those announcements and leading our service today. And thank you all for being a part of this service. We celebrate with you your celebrations. We ride the discomfort and pain and do this together as a community. The friendship bracelets will remind you from Bud and Chuck that we are holding the power of love in this place. So thank you for being that kind of place, and thank you for being a part of this service.